So how would you deal with discrimination or bullying in the workplace? The first step, I think, is to seek and create a listening space. So I think it's important to create a listening space for the person being bullied, but also for the person doing the bullying. We need to understand what's driving that motivation, what's driving that behavior, So I don't think people bully naturally. I don't think it's human nature to want to go out and seek to bully another person. There is often something behind that. And I think it's important to address that. And so if you're a manager dealing with a bullying situation, I think it's important to understand that you need to create a listening space for both parties, for the person doing the bullying and the person on the receiving end of the bullying. The worst thing you can do as a manager is to ignore that it's happening or to deny that it's happening. I mean, I will continue to go back and reference what's happening in the world. The long-stand denial of racism is what's escalated this whole situation in the United States. It's what's made it go out of control, where people, it's been like a pressure cooker. The anger, the hurt has boiled over, spilled over, where there's not a lot of rational behavior anymore because the wounds are too deep. And so denial is the worst thing you can do to try and heal something. It has to be owned, it has to be acknowledged, and then you create the listening space to find out how you can move the situation forward. And I know it's difficult to create a listening space sometimes for someone who's a bully, but you still need to do everything you can to do that. And that means seeking mediation, getting an HR mediator in, or getting an EAP rep, Employee Assistance Program rep, to try and come to terms and to try and help the bully and the victim have a discussion about what's really going on. Now, sometimes you're not going to achieve success there because the victim might be too afraid to speak up or to be afraid to be in that meeting. If it means you hold separate meetings with each party, do that. But above all, create that listening space for both parties to have an opportunity to speak.